Okay, let's talk about... It's currently the most watched show on Prime Video, and for a good reason. It's incredible. But we need to address the elephant in the room. This show has a massive power scaling issue. I feel like major characters, especially, are only as strong as the plot needs them to be at that exact moment. Let me explain. Oke, jadi pertama-tama kita lihat dulu di season pertama. We see Mark getting beaten by villains far weaker than him. Jujur, menurut gue, that's fine. Ini masih season pertama. Kayak menurut gue, Mark is still learning, he is still struggling and getting used to his powers.
Guess who's finally getting his powers?
Are you sure?
Of course he's gonna get beaten up while he's figuring out his powers. But, as the show goes on, menurut gue, logik tersebut mulai agak menghilang. In season 1, we see Omni-Man destroys this Flaxen base or planet with ease. I mean, like, look at him. They casually lifts up this giant chunk of a planet with no problem. I mean, like, look at that planet, bro. Look at that giant chunk of a planet. Itu at least kayak sejakpus, anjir. But, when we get to season 4, and he's out here struggling to fight this single bug creature, I mean, it doesn't add up. Also, don't get me started on the Viltrumite War. I mean, no joke. It's a really good story. It's a really good arc. I mean, look at this season. This season introduced us to Space Racer and his freaking gun, which basically turned this John Viltrumite over here into an Apple logo. Rest in peace, John Viltrumite. Gone but not forgot. So my biggest issue with Mark's power scaling status is that we see him get defeated or humbled by this giant centipede, also Mauler's twins laser, Leo's dragon form, and even Powerplex. Lihat, dia kayak constantly struggle gitu loh kalau ngelawan musuh-musuh yang non-Viltrumite. But, the second he fights an actual Viltrumite, he remembers that he's a freaking alien god. I mean, look at this fight scene on Traxa. Or the absolute amazing cinematic war against Conquest. I mean, look at him. He's casually fighting one of Viltrumite's greatest fighters in hand-to-hand combat. And he almost won. Twice! Even in the Invincible War, the scaling is very wild. I mean, lihatlah karakter sampingan ini yang barely get any screen time dan name-nya barely mentioned in the show at all. Lihat, mereka dapat kill ke varian Mark yang lain. Lihat, even Reaniman gets a kill. Powerplex gets a kill. And my goat, Rexplode, absolute cinema scene, he takes down a Mark variant by exploding his entire goddamn skeleton. But, when our main Mark gets hit by Nuke, he survives with zero serious problems. Well, I mean, you can argue that these Marks aren't as strong as our main Mark, or that our Mark finally stops holding back when he's fighting his own kind. Look, I get it. It's a character-driven story. Robert Kirkman jelas-jelas pengen tiap fight scene itu merasa stakes-nya tinggi. Karena lu bayangin aja, kalau misalnya Mark tuh one-shot every non-Viltrumite villain, itu bakal tiap episode kayak cuma 6-7 menit, anjir. Tapi cuma menurut gue, tiap writer tuh at least harus paham kalau misalnya ada fine line between struggling and ignoring the established rules of your own universe. Tapi seperti biasa, mungkin gue cuma overthinking. Kalau menurut kalian gimana? Apakah power scaling yang gak konsisten ini tuh gak penting bagi kalian? Atau justru menurut kalian tuh lebih seru melihat karakter yang tiba-tiba lemah tapi tiba-tiba kuat banget? Menurut kalian gimana? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you guys are into superhero media dan juga suka ngedengerin gue komentar-komentar kayak gini, silahkan di-subscribe dan nantikan video gue selanjutnya. Oh ya, jangan lupa check out letterbox gue, ada di deskripsi atau di bawah sini. Oke, sekali lagi, thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.